What up, guys? This is T. Lee and Jen D from the D. We're at no Holdz Barz. We're interviewing DJ Los. I'm gonna add him on here. Give me 1 minute. Just waiting for him to get on. Jen, are you on? Did you find the live? What up, Ace?
Yeah.
Hi. Alright, I got 3 people on. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna do IG from now on. What up? What up, girl? I see you. Alright. Okay. Cool. Oops. Started. What up, guys? What up, DJ? Alright, he's up. Okay. This one's so much easier. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, y'all. Send. This is a platform we always gonna go on then. I mean, Facebook got a problem with me. Facebook don't like me. Yeah, we did it. What up, though? Thanks for your patience. Don't hum. I can hear you. I can't hear nothing when you do that. Yeah, you can't hum in that. Yeah, you good. What up, though? How you doing?
I'm good. We finally here.
Yeah, we did it. Hey, so we're here with DJ Los, hip-hop's pioneer. He almost birthed it. Actually, your father really, right?
I don't know if he birthed it, but he definitely was a pioneer, and I'm following in his footsteps as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, how long have you been in the industry for?
What, 32, 33 years? 33 years, yeah.
Okay. I was doing some backstories, and your dad used to take you because he's like, he used to work with a lot of hot artists back then, and he used to take you everywhere and saw that you had that you wanted to DJ and all that, and he bought you a startup kit, your own equipment.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any cool stories that you could tell us about people, like famous people that you ran into when you were younger? Following with your dad, like going around.
Well, since we starting off with my dad, of course, my dad was the percussionist for Parliament Funkadelic, and George Clinton and Bootsy Collins, as well as the Dramatics and Al Hudson One Way and a bunch of groups from the 80s like that. So, but mainly around Parliament Funkadelic, I used to go to the studio with my dad like on a regular basis when they were creating songs like Flashlight and One Nation Under a Groove and a lot of the familiar songs that they're known for. I kind of witnessed it as a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Didn't really know that's what was going on. I just knew my dad made music. One particular day, we were in the studio with Bootsy Collins. I think I was about 7 years old, and Uncle Bootsy decided that all of the children that were of the musicians that he had playing in Bootsy's rubber band, he wanted to put them on a song, a record. He wanted to record us, and so he had us all record on this song called "Get Live, Bootsy." So I got album credits when I was 7 years old in 1979.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when
that's so
came out. Yeah.
That is so cool. That's awesome. So, like, you've been in it for a minute. What have you seen? Like, how was it back then when it was just like bebopping and all that stuff? Like, who were your major influence? Yeah, how was it?
Boom bap. That's what you're talking about. Bebop.
Yeah, boom bap.
Was probably before me, but boom bap.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Boom bap era. That's what we consider to be like the KRS-One and the early Run DMC and the earlier hip hop groups is what we chimed or termed boom bap music. It was KRS-One who actually came up with the term. So it was inspiring for me, because those groups like Run DMC were out way before me. And so I looked at you know, I was influenced. I was, you know, like all young people, you know, that was our generation of music. And to watch that emerge, you know, we had the radios walking down the street with it blasting on our shoulders and stuff like that. You know, we were break dancing back then. We walk down the street and you see somebody who just purchased a refrigerator. They would put the box out, and we think that was gold. We go and look at the box. We were gonna break dance on that cardboard. You know what I'm saying? So we fold it up, take it, lay that out, and have break dance competitions. You know, so the early years when you know when New York was really really popping, they really influenced me a lot. And I wanted to be like Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying? Jam Master Jay was, of course, the DJ for Run DMC. And I saw him in Crush Groove. And from that time I seen it, I wanted to emulate him. And I wanted to be Jam Master Jay.
Nice. Well, now you're DJ Los.
Thank
You're infamous now.
Well,
oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I see you back there. I see you back on the television.
Yeah, that's Jen.
Hey, baby, how are you? Hi.
All right.
I'm trying to keep up with the pictures and everything. Everything's going slow, and then, you know.
Yeah.
Tammy's going to ask most of our questions because me and her are in these questions together.
Didn't you want to tell him about something? Like when he took you guys overseas and he like videotaped it and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, when he went to go do the Rapture Tour with Eminem.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was favored. Shout out to my brother DJ TJ. DJ TJ is Royce the 5'9's official DJ, and I am Kid Vicious's official DJ, who is also Royce the 5'9's younger brother. So
thank you for clearing that up.
DJ
We were talking about
DJ for people like Jay Electronica and Royce, and his schedule kind of couldn't permit him to go on tour, and they decided I was the best candidate for the role, and I slid right in there. I had my passport ready, all of that, and all the equipment. You know what I'm saying? So it just everything lined up, and that was a great experience over there in Australia. We did Australia and New Zealand last year. It was a 2-week tour, and we only did 5 shows. But we had the rest in between the shows, so it lasted 2 weeks. But we were flying all over the place. I flew like 12 times in 2 weeks.
Wow, how exciting!
Yeah. So
wow,
that's
so much fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that experience, because I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know he was having a concert, number one.
Yeah, they didn't. You had to be like a real stan probably to know that he was going on tour like that. And and you know those tickets went fast, and then a lot of people couldn't get over there because it's so far away. But yeah. So
you recorded it and you filmed it. You took everybody with you.
Basically. Yeah. I try to do that with a lot of stuff. I like to share a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not online, but I share pictures, I share everything, because I feel like the hip hop community is a part of me, you know, and I'm a part of it. So I try my best to always share, and I try to be as inclusive as I possibly can. Yeah.
Coming back to that, like you've worked with a lot of artists all over, but like you work with everybody.
Hip hop wise in Detroit. Yep. Yeah, I have. And they're all my friends from old school to new, you know, and major to not so major, you know, underground.
Yep. You don't care who it is. Like you work with them if you like their music and stuff. I've noticed that. Like, you're all over. Like I check the internet on you, like just to try, you know, to scoop up more stuff, and like you can go for days on YouTube and all that stuff.
Thank you for supporting.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so who is you said you already told us your inspiration was, but like let's do this one. In Detroit, what are the artists now? Do you see any artists? Do you have your eyes on any artists in Detroit, or who you're working with, like that you want to work with?
That I want to work with, or Ty Ferris is definitely one that I want to do some music with. You know,
that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Ferris, he got those lyrics, man, and I really like I like the way he puts his stuff together. You know, I haven't done any cuts for him or in any production. He seems like he's okay with the production. You know, whoever he's got doing the tracks, I didn't read the credits. I did read them. I can't retain who did them, but I think he's got some out of town cats doing his music. But they're doing a very good job. You know what I'm saying? And it would be an honor if I could do a track or two for him. You know, but if not that, I'd rather do the cuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, that's dope. Like, so when you like look at music as a whole, like, can you decipher each like song? Like, do you know when you get into it how you're gonna? Because all your songs, they can be all different, like almost different genres. Like, do you have?
I got a weird way of creating music. Like when I make my tracks, like I don't have a certain format. It's just like one sound will take me in a direction, and I'll just create the track. And then it's up to the artist if they choose that track that I've created, whether they want to develop it. But a lot of times they tend to gravitate towards the ones that I create the hooks for, because when the hook it's all set up for them. Once they hear that hook and it's a good hook, you know, that's what happened with Snapbacks and Backpacks for Kid Vicious. You know, I made the track and then I sampled my boy Alias Pinochle from my group ARES, and it was originally going to be a ARES song, and I was anxious to get somebody rapping on it, and I didn't wait for them to write to it, so I let Vicious hear it, and it was like a toss up between those two people, and so I called Vicious and told him, I said, Vish, I'm gonna let ARES go on and get that track, man, because I didn't hear nothing back from you, so I thought maybe you didn't like it or whatever. And he said, oh no, you got what's your email again? And he sent me what he had written already and what he had done. He had already laid the vocals in the studio.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh yeah, I was like, oh man, well, you got the goods right now, so I'm gonna play it for them, but they already know. And when they heard it, they said that's Vicious's beat. Let him have it. He killed it.
Aww.
So.
Oh yeah, that one slams. That one slaps so hard.
Yeah, it's such an exciting time when it came out too. You know, it was. I shared it like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, your music hits so hard. Yeah.
Thank you. I try my best for an older guy. You know what I'm saying? I try. You know, I'm heavily influenced by Dr. Dre at times. You know, not always. You know, but his sonically, I like the way his stuff is mixed. So I'm always in my head. I'm like, you know, I'm not there yet. I want my stuff to punch like Dr. Dre's music punches. You know what I'm saying? You know, not so much creatively, because I don't know where his head is right now creatively. You know, but in the past it was that deal. But the sonics of his music is it's mixed very well.
Yeah, he's mixing it very well. Yeah.
You know, my dad used to work with Dr. Dre, so he's played on a lot of that Death Row stuff. And I was able to hang out with Dr. Dre, you know, in the studio, all kind of stuff.
That's so cool.
So exciting.
You were little, like teens, right?
It wasn't so little on that one. With Dre and them, that was like 2001, 2002, maybe, somewhere around that time. Okay. And unfortunately, I didn't have a smartphone then, so you know, so I don't have any pictures to prove what I was doing. But you know, they didn't have smartphones yet. I think I had a Nextel at that moment. But yeah, I've sat at the board with Dr. Dre, and you know, had conversations with him and all kind of stuff. And you know, I hate that I don't have any pictures, because you see, I take a lot of pictures. I'm always sharing those pictures, and that's one that I never got. You know what I'm saying? I was at his house. You know, I've been to his house. I picked up his Grammys in my hand in the living room. You know, all kind of stuff. So got a lot of memories with that.
Aw. Well, you know that, and everybody that knows you believes what you say. You know what I mean? You're an honorable guy. So
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But Dr. Dre, I mean, oh my God,
that's amazing. Yeah, I would be shaking.
You can't get no better than that. Oh,
no.
You know, and having him as a mentor, and oh my God.
Yep.
You know, wow, DJ Wills, you're very lucky. Yeah.
I was going back to where, like, I don't know if most the youngins know now that your dad created a label here in Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
um, World One Records,
Yep.
and you and a bunch of our heavy hitters were all started it. Um, the movement, like, did you guys like, because you guys went hard? Do you guys
Oh,
think you
yeah.
influenced hip hop through Detroit and through actually like the hip hop movement, like the genre itself?
Yeah, to
I
a
do.
degree. Yeah. Well, let me speak on it a little bit. Um, we are accredited for having the first full-length rap album to come out of Detroit that was
Nice.
considered hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And but they had other rappers. You know what I'm saying? We had Awesome Dre and Smiley, Detroit's Most Wanted, Prince Vince, Eddie D. The list goes on. It's so many people. Rap Mafia, Papa J Smooth. A lot of these names you probably wouldn't even recognize, but these are the pioneers that paved the way for a lot of these guys. You know, the way before Eminem and Slum Village, and
Right.
Royce the 5'9". We were like the predecessors, and the kid, Kid Rock. Well, Kid Rock was around when we were doing our thing too. And I knew Bobby then. I remember even telling him like he came to one of my shows at Belle Isle, and he came as to support us, me and Easy B. And I remember the conversation. I always tell people, he was like, Los, man, he had the high top fade, like Kid and Play. He's like, man, you guys are doing shows, man. I just want to rock, man. I want to get down, man. I want to do what you guys are doing. And I told him, I said, don't worry, Bobby, you gonna get your turn, man. Everybody gets a turn. And I look at him, he's surpassed all of us, financially. So
Yeah,
I look
financially,
at
yeah.
that. Even Eminem, I saw Eminem in the hip hop shop. I used to be like one of his biggest fans before he was big. Used to stand next to him because I knew once he got in that cipher, he was gonna murder everybody. You know, and I used to.
Okay, Rock.
No, Eminem.
I would go to the hip
Oh,
hop shop just to see what he was gonna do a lot of times. So yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of artists come, like, develop and come through and shoot through Detroit. So
Hmm.
you've, like, yeah, that must be amazing.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
And he does a lot of
It's
underground work too.
yeah,
He does a lot of secret work with
oh
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
other people too.
yeah.
But
That's
you like, not secret work, but he works with like a lot of,
underground.
other artists like Middle Finger Records. You work with those
Middle
people
Finger
too, don't you,
Records.
honey?
You work with
Yeah,
Middle
it's
Finger
crazy.
Records.
It's crazy how connected. Like I look at sometimes I sit back and I think
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I got connections with everybody, man. It's like even like Slum Village
yeah,
and Jay Dilla and everybody. Slum Village, my little you can call him my little cousin, young RJ. He's like a cousin to me, and he's in Slum Village, and he used to run with Jay Dilla in Slum Village back in the day before Dilla passed, and he's a member of Slum Village now, and his dad, RJ Rice, and my dad are real good friends, and they made music back in the day. They made Shackles on My Feet, which was a big record back in the day here. A lot of the older people they'll know that song, when they hear the title, but just to see everybody branching out, you know what I'm saying? Chaos and Maestro. That was my dad's record label that launched that. My dad and my uncle Gene David, you know.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
yeah. I love that story. I love it. I love the stories. DJ Los is, Detroit basically, and love that you guys stuck around here and didn't move to California.
Yeah, yeah. We're glad you did. You stay in Detroit and you stay
Thank you.
here.
I almost went. If it wasn't for my daughter, I probably went out there with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Because I did have a song on the Above the Rim soundtrack. Shout out to my uncle Tony Green for
Yeah,
taking
she did
Shout out.
that too. Yes,
Yep.
congratulations.
he took my track out there and turned that into a song. He put Laura G on there rapping, and I got a plaque from it. And my name is at the end of the movie, Above the Rim, and so I owe him that credit for doing that for me. And but at that point in my life, it was looking like I might go and move out to California because my dad was out there as well. You know,
Right.
so I was like, this is the opportunity for me to go do something big. But I chose to stay here with my, and be a father instead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she already in school, or was she just a little tight?
Yeah, but she was a little girl. I can't remember. She's like maybe 3 or 4 years old.
And she
And
already started having all these friends and stuff, and you didn't want to uproot her.
yeah, well, no, she would have stayed here with her mother, but I just didn't want to be away from my daughter either. Yeah.
True. Okay. So yeah, the mom's here. Okay, I get it. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome.
So when you were above the rim, did you ever get to meet Tupac?
Did you ever get to meet Tupac?
I didn't, but my dad, he hung with Tupac almost every day. So
Yes.
he used to, my dad
Yeah, that's so cool. You know, because Tupac, dude, he's right there. He's God,
Yeah.
totally.
yeah,
She said
well, my
Tupac
dad
is very cool.
Poetry, everything, you know. Wow. And
Huh.
he's a big troublemaker. So your dad's a king too. They both were troublemakers. Wow, making music, living a lifestyle.
You said the
Wow, very
troublemakers?
cool.
What
What?
she said? I can't hear Jennifer. Her
I don't.
mic is. What'd you
Oh, he
say?
can't hear you. She said your
Oh,
dad like must have. What'd you say about? He
I just
can't
said
hear you.
that hanging out with Dr. Dre and your dad and him, they were like gods,
Yeah,
just
she
creating
said
music and
your dad and
having a
Dr.
good
Dre and them
time
were
and just
gods and creating
Oh,
music and having a good time and stuff. Yeah,
oh,
your
okay.
dad had heavy influence on a lot. Like I heard he created like a little style like a snare or something in for hip hop or whatever that like the clap or something. What was that about?
I actually have them here. They're downstairs in my basement, but they're what they are is So my dad, when he worked for Parliament Funkadelic, um, they used to clap and record the people in the studio clapping together in unison over the microphone, right?
Okay.
And so my dad, being a percussionist, he has a keen ear. So he's like, everybody's timing is not right. People are lagging with the clap and they're not on time, and I can hear girls' bracelets and earrings jingling in the microphone. So he's like, I don't like that. So he was innovative. He said, I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna make some hand claps. So he took some 2x4s made of compressed wood, and he put a door hinge on them, and he put drawer handles on the
Okay.
wood, and he sat down in front of the microphone on the floor, and he slaps the claps together, right? The wood.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So you can hear him on the song called "More Bounce to the Ounce" by Roger Troutman. It's Zach and Roger Troutman, but it's called "More Bounce to the Ounce." And I know a lot of people who are listening, they know that song, but those claps are the claps that he created. And a lot of the rappers, they have sampled them many times. So he ran them. He also ran them through an effect unit, the sound through one of Bootsy Collins' effect units called a Mutron 3. He plays his bass guitar through, and it gave it that unique sound. You know what I'm saying? He added a tambourine, and so that's the story of the hand clap.
Nice. That's so cool. That's awesome. And then so like I was gonna ask you your countries. What countries do you remember what countries you've been in? Like to perform?
Yeah, Australia, New Zealand. I've been to Puerto Rico. I didn't perform there. I went on vacation to Puerto Rico. And France. And I went to France for 2 weeks, and I performed about, I want to say, a good 8 times in France.
Ooh.
So, yeah, so I got to see the Eiffel Tower. Shout out to my boy Bryce Detroit, because he was responsible for me going to France over there. Um, I had a good time, man. Yeah, I was looking at those France pictures just this morning. I was looking at the one with me in the Eiffel Tower and stuff. I was like, I got to repost some of this stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
what like okay, um who have you always been working with? Like you work with a lot of artists, but who have you steadily, constantly been working with?
Constantly, myself. Myself, because I'm always growing. I'm always trying to create, even during the period of time where I didn't have a partner to make music with. You know, my partner Easy B, he's incarcerated. He got incarcerated in 1990, and that was like 2 years after our first album came out. So I kind of lost my partner in making music. So for a long time, I've been like freelance and been on my own until people started hiring me to do scratches on their stuff, and then the Almighty Dreadnoughts, alias Pinochle and Slaughter, those guys decided, man. Well, I told them first. I went and saw them performing. I told them, I said, if y'all ever need me to scratch on some stuff, let me know, man. I'm a huge fan of the Dreadnoughts. And they took it. They said, well, we want you to produce a project for us. Me and Pinochle were going to do something. This is Slaughter talking. And he said, we want you to produce the whole album. You know what I'm saying? We want some DJ Los production. We want you to do whatever you do, and try to bring some growth to what we're doing. I said, cool. I jumped on it and we produced their whole first album called I Formation. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a part of the group. You know what I'm saying? I sport their logo all the time. Like I wore this today, and somebody noticed it. They were like, I know that group. You know what I'm saying? This is Jack. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I know that. I bought that album. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna get to the artist that passed away, like when Proof. Where were you when? Rest in peace, Proof. Big Proof. Where were you when you found out that he was gone?
I was at home, and my partner DJ Babe gave me a call in the middle of the night. He said, man, are you watching the news? And I told him, no, what's going on? I already knew it was something bad. You could get that vibe from a phone call, somebody calling you at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And he asked me, was I watching the news? And I'm like, no, what's going on though? What's happening? He said, they just said that Proof got killed. I said, what? I just talked to Proof. I just talked to him. I had just given him some beats. I had just went to the studio with him and the rest of D12 and Hex Murder and everybody. We were all up there. The only person that wasn't there was Eminem. And I was excited, because my friends, they were doing big things at that time. D12 was touring the world. And I know the private conversations that
You are.
Yeah. Oh, you are, honey.
My name is on that album, Searching for Jerry Garcia. He gave me special credit, thanks in the inside. And because he would call me randomly and tell me, Los, I'm counting on you. Make sure you're learning Pro Tools and software, because I'm going to start a studio, and I want you to be an engineer. I want you to help me do what my vision is. I want you to help me fulfill it. And I was like, okay, man, well, what about that beat I gave you the other day? Are you going to do something with that beat? He's like, yeah, I'm going to do something with it, but it's going to be like a mixtape thing. So I just got a check for $1,000 for you. I'm not going to put it on an album or nothing. Just let me borrow the beat for the mixtape, but you can still do whatever you want with it. So I was like, okay, man, whatever, but you don't got to pay me the money. Just let's sign a songwriter's agreement. That I was real big on telling people that, like, I don't really jump at money when people throw it at me. I like to make an agreement. You know what I'm saying? That if it turns into something big, we all eat from it. So he was so sporadic. He never got around to getting with me. And then 2 weeks later, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks after I had told him that last thing, that's when I got the call that he had passed away.
Oh man. So yeah, that's what he was pioneering to get a record deal. Or the record label, wasn't it Iron Fist?
Iron Fist. He was thinking big, like that wasn't all he was gonna do. He was gonna have a studio and production company, and he was at the preliminary stages of all of that developing for him.
Yeah, definitely. So then we're gonna go to with also Jay Dilla, which is a pillar in the community, and he
Oh
passed.
yeah, definitely.
And you guys are all in grind with each other. Where were you when that happened? These
Um,
people.
that kind of happened gradually, because I had heard that he was sick. I wasn't close to Jay Dilla as much as I was to Proof. I
Yeah.
knew Proof a little bit more better than Jay Dilla. I didn't really know Dilla like that. I only have like one Jay Dilla story, and that's from hanging around my partner DJ Dez from the 12 Tech Mob, and also the DJ for Some Village. He's also he DJs for them. So I remember going over to Dez's house to either collect some records or drop some off, because we did that regularly, And Jay Dilla came out of Dez's basement, and I'm like, oh, what's up, Dilla? You know what I'm saying? And back then we didn't call him Dilla though. His name was JD. No, it wasn't even JD. It was John Doe. That was his original stage name, was John Doe, and then it turned into uh, JD. But then there's already a JD that produces from Atlanta. That's Jermaine Dupri. So it was a conflict of interest. So he switched the name again to Jay Dilla. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, he came out of the basement, and I was honored to meet him because I had seen him at the hip hop shop, and but I just didn't have an acquaintance with him. I didn't have a rapport with him or nothing. I knew who he was. I'm like, that's that guy from the east side of Detroit making all the beats for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from the west side, and so, but his name was infamous. And so he tells me, he said, man, it's an honor to meet you, Los. And he slapped hands and all of that. And he said, I heard those beats that you gave Dez. And I said, oh, that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? And he told me about this one in particular, one that I had made called Interference. And I had sampled Cypress Hill. I got the clearance to run the interference. And the beat was like a popular little thing around my community, you know what I'm saying? My circle of people, Chaos and Maestro and Dice, everybody was like, man, that beat right there, that's the one, Los, that's gonna be big. And Dilla heard it and told me, he said, man, I like that beat. You sampled the drums from the Weather Report. You took the snare from this record. You took the bass note from Tribe Called Quest. You took the hook from Cypress Hill. And he told me everything that I used to make the beat in a matter of seconds. And
he broke it down.
He broke it down. He made me feel, I thought I had did something great. You know what I'm saying? And he made me feel like, oh man, you figured out all my secrets just like that. How great is it? And he was like, man, I dig in the crates too. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only Jay Dilla story that I have. I have that memory of him telling me, he gave me a compliment on my music, and that means a lot to me. He's come on, it's Jay Dilla. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna give to like that. You do play at the Jay Dilla days, right?
Oh yeah, the Dilla Day every year. I don't know if I'm doing it this year. I don't know. I haven't been contacted this year. Things are a little different. I don't know. The COVID thing. They can only have so many people. But I'll be affiliated some type of way. I know that. But I don't know if I'm spinning. But for the last several years, I've done that as well as Dilla Youth Day with the children, and I show them how to DJ and make beats and stuff like that. And so we didn't have that last year. So that was the beginning stages. I'm like, oh man, we're not having Dilla Youth Day. I look forward to that every year because I like to see the little kids get on my turntables, and they some of them got some real skills. You like, oh man, you gonna be somebody, So
yeah, that's why I like. Yeah, I like that how they do that to the youth.
Yeah, they celebrate Dilla Day. Yeah, Max last year. I was supposed to be there. And I'm so excited. I was, oh my God, I'm gonna meet DJ Los. I'm gonna meet DJ Los. But I didn't.
She's talking about how Max performed at the Jay Dilla Day, not the youth one, but the.
Oh yeah. I was there that day too. That was last year.
Yeah, she wanted to meet you. She was there with Max and stuff. She was like, "Oh, I get to meet DJ Los." Yeah.
No,
Yeah, because I sent Max to go get Max. He came up to me with a CD in his hand, and I told him, I said, Julian, you know better. No CDs, man. You got to go back and get your flash drive. He was like, oh, okay. I said, it's either that or you got to let DJ Butter spin your set, because Butter has CD turntables. And I think that's what he ended up doing, because Butter ran the set.
Man, he admired all you guys and stuff. He talked about you all the time.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. You know, I was real sad about what happened to my bro. You know, we were getting ready to work on something.
I bet he was like straightening shit up, and he really enjoyed. Yeah, everybody saw him coming up. They knew he was serious this time. You know.
Yeah, he sent me $100 in my Cash App, and I was supposed to put the prices down on something. And I told him, you know, when I get a chance, I will. I gotta remember what song it was he wanted me to scratch on, because I talked to some of his people, and I got to make that happen. You know, I still got to do that.
Yeah, and Trick, I guess he paid Trick for something too, and before he passed, and Trick didn't get to do anything and all that. Like, he was really serious about his craft.
Yeah.
You know, finally he put all the crap aside and stuff. So just want to tell you that, like, he would always, like, oh, you know how he always spoke good about everybody. He would beef you up all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah. The HipHop shop, where everything like where everybody got together and all that stuff. Who is, like, were you up in there all the time with everybody?
I was not a regular, and I live like not even 4 blocks from the hip hop shop. So I was not a regular though. You know, I would go up there here and there. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I know they used to have the ciphers. You know, I think it started like 1 o'clock on Saturdays or something like that. But I remember a couple of times where they had the DJ set up outside the hip hop shop. I remember a DJ named Butterfingers. He had like 2 fingers, and two of his fingers were missing, and but he could scratch really good. And I'll never forget him. He's a white guy. I was like, man, this guy don't even got all his fingers, and he's incredible. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff like that. That inspires me. You know, I'm like, this dude don't even got all his fingers. You know. I remember that time, and of course, like I said, I was a huge fan of Marshall, you know, Eminem, and Proof. You know what I'm saying? Proof. Whenever he would see me, he started freestyling about me. You know what I'm saying? And reciting some of the lyrics that I had on the album that was out years ago, and he would bring joy to me. You know. Yeah, he did that. I remember Proof doing that to me when we went to Cedar Point. He did the same thing. I got footage on my Instagram somewhere. You know, but Proof. He was signing autographs.
Eminem came out with a new video, his new video today for Hire.
Yeah. D12 was at the height of their career, and he was signing autographs, and then all of a sudden he looks over and sees me, and he said, y'all don't know who that is? You know what I'm saying? He got a whole bunch of white kids around. I'm like, they don't know who I am, bro. What are you talking about? And he's like, well, if y'all don't know, that's DJ Los. He's a Detroit pioneer. And then he starts rapping the songs that we had back in 1988. My old lyrics when I was calling myself a rapper. And it was funny. It was real funny. But that's how Proof was. Yeah.
Aw.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. And that's why, you know, Max, like, Proof inspired Max, and Max always gave dap to everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing, like, he was, like, somehow knew who should meet who and all that, and just always give everybody dap.
Yeah.
But I was looking, I never got the chance to meet Proof, but I was looking in there. Yeah, he was just, he pulled Ollie. He was like a teamwork kind of guy.
That's why they called him the mayor. That was his nickname, the mayor, the mayor of Detroit.
Yep.
So that's how he earned that, you know, because he was so inclusive. He wanted everybody to win with him.
Yeah, he did. He had so many projects that he was going to do with so many people. I mean, we could go to a restaurant and Max could pick somebody up and be like, dude, I'm going to make you a star. You know, Max. And he was a wonderful guy. He just wanted to bring everybody together involved.
Yeah, right.
Rest in peace.
Yep. Rest in peace to all our
Have you
fallen
watched
people.
his video, DJ Los?
She wants to know if you've
His
watched.
movie?
Have you watched the video of Max Julian that Ashe made?
Yeah, who made?
Ashe made a video of a movie, like a hood movie
I
of
don't know. I
Max
think I've
Julian.
seen that one. No, you guys got to send me the link to that one.
Okay, yeah, we'll send you a link.
Okay.
He was really, prominent about Ashe making a movie for him for his Grand Theft Auto, for his release and all that stuff,
Okay.
and they were gonna make it, but he made it without, like, after, in lieu of that, and really quick, and all the artists came together, and did what they could. So it's getting a lot of views and stuff, so it's pretty cool. He's smiling upstairs.
Yeah,
But
he would love
I know
that.
you guys love him a lot. I used to see you guys in the pictures a lot with him, so I know you guys were close. So,
yeah. He was a good guy. He was a good character. What happened to him was mad messed up. That's why we're doing this. It's called Unity in the D, because we have to shine light on all the artists. No more East Side, West Side. You know what I mean? Like, and shine light and just like proof. Bring up everybody. Just give everybody credit where it's due.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, and I'm starting with the pillars of Detroit, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you coming on here, man. Like, that's dope. Real dope.
Oh yeah, definitely. We appreciate you so much in your music and everything.
Thank you.
Do you what's your hobbies? I know music is your love and stuff, but what's your hobbies, Los? What do you do?
She said, "What's your other hobbies besides
Well,
music?"
I got a few talents, I guess, if you want to call them that, but I can draw really well. A lot of people who know me, they know that before I was even doing music or DJing, like, I got these long fingers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really heavy into the arts. So I can mold and craft and draw and stuff like that. And that's one of my hidden talents now, because I don't even do it as much as I used to when I was a teenager and younger. So anything with the arts, I'm in love with that. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a hobby, but I do study religion. You know what I'm saying? I study a lot of religion, and I like to study what the origins of things. I'm Hebrew Israelite, so I study Hebrew extensively, and it gives me a deeper understanding of everything that we're dealing with in this world.
Yeah.
So what do you think about conspiracy theories and like the elite shit?
What do you think about the conspiracy theories and all the elite and all that stuff that's going around right now?
Well, people should dissect words sometimes. Like, sometimes people have called me a conspiracy theorist. I've been labeled that a couple of times before. But con means to go against, and spiracy is spirit. You know what I'm saying? So to go against spirit is the definition of conspiracy. So once you have that understanding, it doesn't offend you if somebody calls you that. But there's a lot of truth to a lot of what the society considers to be conspiracy theories. There's a lot of truth to it. You just have to dig deeper, and then you'll be able to make the connections. You'll say, "Oh, that is true." You know what I'm saying? See, they try to mislead you sometime. The powers that be, the Illuminists or the Illuminati, they know that we're going to bicker back and forth with one another about what's true and what's not. So they'll disinform people intentionally sometime, or they'll put out propagandas to diminish what is the truth. So you just, if your spirit is right, you'll be able to discern through all of that, and you'll know what's true and what ain't.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
So it's woke, right? He's awake.
Yeah, he's woke, they would say.
Yeah.
But just spiritual.
Cliche term that they call it, woke, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Your third eye is decalcified.
It would be if I stopped eating cheese. I still eat cheese.
That theory, man. So, oh yeah, like, what's your favorite lyrical rapper, like, out of all time? Who's your favorite that comes with the best bar? Yeah.
I'm getting in trouble for that one. I'll get in trouble for that one. Lyrical of all time? That's hard to say because it's different abilities. Everybody has different abilities.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad.
To me, there is no greatest rapper because when I say one name, then I can think of something that he's not good at. I'll be like, he's good at this, and this is what I like personally, but he can't do this over here. You know what I'm saying? So there is no greatest rapper, but I'm a big fan of rhythm, and I'm a big fan of metaphors and double entendres and wordplay.
Yeah.
So if I say that, you already know where I'm going pretty much. I'm like Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Eminem and Royce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of those guys, and they were friends. You know what I'm saying? So, but I cannot exclude the old school people. See, this is what Snoop was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to say, that when he put out his list, he said he was trying to say that Eminem shouldn't be a part of his list. That I don't agree with. But I do understand him saying, I can't put Eminem before Rakim and KRS-One and all these old school pioneer people because these guys paved the way. That's like us saying none of our parents and grandparents matter. You wouldn't be here if those people didn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what Snoop was trying to convey. It just didn't it didn't come out right.
Right, he just didn't work. Yeah, and there's categories too, man.
It offended Eminem, and I understand why Eminem was offended. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Eminem should understand what Snoop was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like those people that Snoop was bigging up, Eminem thinks are great as well. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
And they inspired him as well. So
yeah, he said that multiple times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the media played it out too. They're picking and pulling on all this.
Yeah,
and making
they wanted to feud with each other, and they wanted the racists to fight with each other, and you know what I'm saying? It's propaganda. But when you understand what's being done, like I said, that discernment.
Divide and conquer. Yep.
Yeah, divide. That's the oldest trick in the book. You want to make two people fight. You tell one person one thing, you tell the other person another thing, where they'll be at each other's throat. So.
Yeah, and everything stretches too.
Yep. So out of everywhere, where do you think hip hop hits the hardest? Where do you think it's appreciated the hardest? Out of like every place you've ever played, like where do you think it's the most?
What's the hardest music? Oh, before I even answer that, shout out to my boy Black Beethoven. He's on here. He actually produced a song on Eminem's new album. That's my boy.
Yes, he's on there.
Right here in the his name just popped up. Shout out to Black Beethoven. My boy right there. He's got a song called is it Discombobulated? Yeah, Discombobulated on Eminem's new album. He produced it along with Dr. Dre, and that's huge.
Yeah.
So, you were asking me before I said that I had to give him a shout out, but what were you asking me?
I was saying, okay, you've been everywhere and stuff. What city has the most hyped? What city is the hypest for hip hop? Detroit, New York, Cali, like which major?
What I think, but I haven't performed everywhere either. But when I went to New York with Royce and we did SOBs, that was the most hip hop moment I could have. Because I'm DJing in New York, the birthplace basically of hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm prepping the crowd before Royce comes out, and I'm just playing all kind of stuff from Detroit, and then I know I'm hitting them with some stuff, some underground stuff from New York, and they were loving me. And I'm like, wow, because New York is a tough place. And New York, you gotta pass the test. In New York, they gonna look at you like you whack. And
you gotta be good at what you do.
Certified in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm in New York DJing and they like me, and I'm getting high fives from Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan and Joel Ortiz and everybody, you know what I'm saying, and all these big name hip hop figures heard me spin, and they were giving me dap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I New York,
How exciting.
that was the biggest hip hop moment. Now, the
Okay.
biggest performance was last year when I was in Melbourne, Australia, with Royce the 5'9", Kid Vicious, and Eminem, and we were performing in front of 85,000 people.
Yeah, that was huge.
85,000
That's
people.
the
That
That's
was
biggest,
huge.
incredible.
yeah,
Yep.
that's the biggest crowd that I've ever been in front of, and we actually broke the record over there. That's the biggest crowd that city, or I think even Australia period, had for a single artist to perform in. So that was
Damn.
pretty big. And they had, I know you guys probably seen some of the pictures I posted. They had me on the jumbotron, and you know what I'm saying? Like that was a really surreal moment. I'm like, wow, this is dope. I got people capturing this and sending it back to me. Like, look, they got you. I took a picture of you on the jumbotron. I'm like, oh man, look at that, because I can't see none of that because I'm on stage. And
Yeah.
Yes, I screenshotted a couple pictures of that.
Yeah. Everybody, I'm sure everybody saw that last summer.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was huge, the crowd, everything. Like y'all both, like I was so jealous. We were over here like
I tried to do it as much as I could. If I could have took everybody with me, I would have.
Right. We would have all probably booked a flight too.
Right.
Man, that's incredible. Such a good time,
Yeah.
Such a good time.
Yeah. What are you working on right now? Is there any plans? Like, can you say anything about what you're working on now?
I just recently hooked up with my partner, my Israelite brother, the Mighty Hebrew. He's out of New York as well, and he's affiliated with like Bronze Nazareth and Hellraiser and who else? Can't think of who else, but a lot of New York affiliations. But he just asked me to executive produce his album, and I agreed to it. So I've been working on tracks for that. As well as Alias Pinochle has a solo project coming out, and I got a few tracks and production on that as well as Black Beethoven right there. Yes, that's my brother right there. I see you, Black. DJ Los is the dopest. I love you, bro.
How does he feel about the whole world, hearing his name? Black Beethoven, how does he hear about that in the song, Eminem song?
How did he hear about it?
No, how does he feel about it? Like, that's like really cool.
He's modest. I see my boy DJ Okuts is in here. What up, Okuts, man? I've been looking for you. He's modest about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited like I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's me on that. Right. Yeah, but he's modest about it, like, yeah, man, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful that happened. I'm like, man, you don't understand, man. You got a production credit right next to Dr. Dre. Your name is, and then Eminem says his name at the end of the song. How much more can you ask for? Like, I have a song with Snoop Dogg. Snoop doesn't say my name in the song. He tried to say it. He said it on another track, but I didn't do that track. I don't know if he was high or what. He said it on and but I told him, I said, man, he says your name, you have your name written next to Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? On one of the biggest artists to come out of hip hop's album, and it's a current album. You can't ask for nothing bigger than that right now to be in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It
so
probably hasn't sunk in yet.
I know he's grateful, but sometimes you just want to be like, yeah, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying? But he's mild like that. You know what I'm saying? I know he's happy in his own way.
Yeah. Aw, so he's a humble guy. That's cool.
Okay, cuz I see you, man. I'm gonna link up with you after this interview. Send me a message or something.
All your boys hitting you up.
Yeah, all on here. I see everybody. I'm just not looking at all of them.
What would you tell? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll just give shots out. I see my Almighty Dreadnought brother Cautious on here.
Nice.
Mary, I see a bunch of y'all on here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Leaf Erickson, don't worry, man. I'm working on them cuts. I'm gonna call you today, man. I'm gonna call you today, Leaf. June Flow, what up, though? I see all my people. I don't know why I wasn't looking at this earlier. Also engulfed in answering the questions. Yeah. I'm gonna pick.
Yeah. Oh, what up, guys? So I'm gonna ask you like a couple more things, and then we can do your shout or do your info on where everybody can reach you.
Okay.
What would you tell, since you love the kids and you want them to be inspired and to have some kind of talent and to work with their talent, like always hone it? What would you tell these kids out here that are looking up to you?
I would tell them always look to be inspired. You know, you don't let if you want to do something, develop it. Develop the talent. You know what I'm saying? Don't just want it. You gotta and be honest with yourself. If you don't have the talent, you gotta work harder to get other people to say, okay, he knows what he's doing or she knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that confidence, but you also gotta be real with yourself if you don't have the talent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be real with yourself because your talent may be in another area. You know what I'm saying? Like scripturally, if you want to go back to, like I told you, I study religion. Scriptures tell you a wise man knows his limitations. And that's what that means. It means that you got to be honest with yourself. Everybody can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you don't have a talent somewhere else. You just, you got to find out what it is. So.
Right. Yeah. So find out what your talent is and work on that.
And don't get discouraged when the first person tells you that you don't know what you're doing. Don't let it be one person. Let it be a lot of people that tell you that. Then say, you know what? Maybe I gotta listen to what everybody is saying. Everybody's saying I'm whack. I'm whack. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Because like another thing, like about the flooding of the music industry since now social media came out, like. Does that go into that? Like, how do you feel music has changed and the industry has changed with social media?
Oh, social media is a plus when it comes to promotion. You know?
Yeah.
I remember when my dad started our record label, and my dad, I keep saying my dad, but my dad wasn't alone. He had two partners. He had Gene David and he had John Maxey, which was my manager. But when they formed the company together, I remember them driving around the country, you know what I'm saying, just giving away product and trying to promote it. Like now we say, get on the internet and create a buzz, you know, or we take a picture or, you know what I'm saying, everything is right there for everybody to see. Well, my dad and them, they drove around the country. You know,
you had to feel it expressed and Nike it. You had to feel it express that.
Yeah.
Nike's on and walk.
They were shipping stuff out and all the time, and like I said, giving away a whole lot of product, like 5,000. I remember giving away like 5,000 copies at one point for free, and I couldn't understand why that happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Dad, why are we doing this? And he was like, Los, you have to create. He didn't use the word buzz back then. I don't know, but he wanted. It was the same concept.
Yeah.
You know, you got to make the people interested in what it is that you have to offer, and then they'll spread word of mouth throughout the communities, and then next thing you know, you're selling records. So I saw a lot of those lessons, you know, firsthand. But now you got social media. You don't have to go through any of it. Everything is just like that. Even like everything, the technology, like DJing. You don't have to really be a real DJ anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can just have a laptop and you can get a controller. You don't have to have real turntables like this. You know what I'm saying? You can have a controller like this. You know what I'm saying? You can have something small like this. This is a controller. And you know what I'm saying? You can scratch and all kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And it's all right there. You just hook it to your laptop. But I mean, you may not have the essential skills to be a DJ, you know what I'm saying? But you can be a DJ. But when it comes to the scratching, they'll be able to hear, oh, this guy, he don't really know how to scratch. Or, you know what I'm saying? He can
Okay.
blend like he, you know what I'm saying? You could tell the people who know how to blend and mix and drop records the proper way and all of that. But the technology has made it easier, where you can cheat. You know, even us as real DJs, like we don't carry records anymore. We use a laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty, yep.
So
Yep.
we cheat as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's got to be a healthy balance.
Yeah. Did you were you starting off when you started to DJ? Was it before or after the scratching when the scratching evolved, when DJing was evolved, and it how when it first began scratching, was it right before you or was it during?
No.
No, you talking about my talents scratching or did scratching exist already?
Yeah, the scratching
It
exists.
existed in hip hop from the very beginning, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Grand Wizard Theodore invented scratching. He's accredited for that. And then Mixmaster DXT scratched on Herbie Hancock Rocket. And it's a lot of early records like that. Those are the ones we heard it on before we started trying to emulate it ourselves. And once I started buying records with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and Eric B. and Rakim and LL Cool J, when I started hearing all of that stuff and Run DMC, I'm like, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when the movie Crush Groove came out and I actually saw Jam Master Jay rocking the crowd just by scratching, that did something to me. Just that one little scene, and I was like, man, you can make people excited by moving a record like that, and people chanting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to do that. I don't know why that particular thing attracted me, but that's what I wanted to do that, and I was already a fan of sounds because I grew up in the studio with my dad. You see what I'm saying? So I was always hearing space sounds while they were recording. Like when they did Flashlight, Uncle Bernie Worrell would play the keyboard and he'd make all these weird noises on the keyboard. And I'd be like, oh, I like that sound. So that's a part of my makeup. You know what I'm saying? And then techno music emerged as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a huge fan of Kraftwerk. Kraftwerk, they're like the pioneers of techno music. They don't get enough credit for that. But they really coined the name the techno, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I haven't heard another record before Kraftwerk that said techno. You know what I'm saying? And then people in Detroit took that style of music and we added the soul to it. The black people added soul to the techno music, and we became known for that. And people start saying that we created techno, but we didn't actually create it. We just enhanced it.
Right. Yeah. Have you played at the Dump Fest, right? The Electronics Music Festival in Detroit?
No, I have not played I've done the smaller venues during that time, like maybe a couple of clubs, doing the movement.
Okay.
But, a bunch of my partners have, like Nick Speed, DJ Dez, Don Q, you know what I'm saying? They've always done things like that, like Charivari and the Movement Festival. They've done those things. You got to kind of be on that circuit and intermingle with those people where they'll hire you for that. And that's a circle that I haven't intervened into.
Yeah. You've been more on the side of making a bunch of tracks. You've been busy in the lab.
I'm mainly hip hop, but I spin techno as well. You know what I'm saying? I got some for them, but my image is I'm known for hip hop. I'm known to work with the rappers. So when it comes to the movement, that's kind of like, I'm not saying they disregard the rappers because they'll still have rappers perform like they've had Public Enemy, they have Snoop, they've had big artists come and perform, but that's not the main agenda of the Movement Festival. It's all about techno and fist pumping and and dance music.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Do you guys, are you in You guys should like formulate some kind of like summer thing where all the DJs get together and do it. He was just a DJ thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a genre. Just all the dope DJs just get together.
Yeah.
And everybody get together in the summertime when the COVID's gone. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be dope? Like an annual DJ, like something. I don't know.
No, I like that. You know, they had, like I said, Charivari is similar to that, but Charivari, they usually have it on Belle Isle, and a lot of my DJ heroes from here, like Gary Chandler and DJ Fingers, you know what I'm saying, DJ Zap, you know, a lot of those people perform at those events, but it's a lot of dance music. It's like a same,
a techno kind of
it's the same vein as what the electronic music festival is almost, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need hip hop. We need, like, you know, you there. We need, you know.
they would clash because most of the people who patronize that particular event, they're looking to hear the dance music. You know, they don't hip hop. They might be like, oh, okay, that's not what we're listening to here. You know, so what you saying is maybe we should come up with our own
hip hop. Yep, our own for the hip hop. Yep,
it would be dope.
Yep, for sure. We should look into that and like for sure.
Yes, definitely. We definitely have a lot of hip hop artists in Detroit.
Oh yeah. Just like and DJs and all that and yeah, because like I see what you're saying because a lot of them like they like to you know let loose when they're doing the dance and you know all that stuff and we want something that's more constructive and like something fresh. Productive too, you know what I mean? Advertise like do benefits and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like that would be so cool. In lieu of all of our fallen soldiers, you know? Yeah,
I see what we can do. I'll discuss it with all of my 12 Tech Mob members, you know. Shout out to DJ Lynn Swine, DJ Dez, DJ Daddy Riff, DJ Shotgun, DJ Don Q.
What's up?
You know. See if we can do something like that.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Yeah, we need it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So I guess I quit taking up more of your time. I know all your peoples is looking for you. Where can everybody find you on your social media accounts?
Okay. Well, obviously here on Instagram, I'm DJ Los the Original. Because that is my name. It is trademark, regardless of what people may think. There's a lot of DJ Loses out here, but no one owns the name. That's why I named myself DJ Los the Original on here.
Because your name is Carlos. She asked you why you said you call yourself DJ Los. I'm thinking because your name is Carlos, right?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. My dad gave me the name. My dad named me DJ Los. He said, you know how to scratch now, so what are you going to call yourself as a DJ? I was like, I don't know, Dad. I just want to scratch. And he said, well, your nickname is Los. You just call yourself DJ Los.
That's dope.
That's stuck. It was simple and it was to the point. I didn't have a flashy name like the Sabotage or the, you know, people use metaphors for names, Ice Cube, and, you know, I didn't have nothing like that. You know, I was like, I'm just Los, man, you know.
Yeah.
Just,
I've noticed most of the artists that have original names in their stage name or you know artist name. Yeah. That it's their real name somehow. Yeah. So I've noticed over time. Yeah.
3 letters of my first name.
All right. So.
Well, you named me Jen D.
Yeah, I did. I named her Jen D. It's Jennifer, but she has to be besides that. That's for the show. But yeah. So okay, he's gonna do his shout outs or not shout outs. He's gonna do where they can find him and then we'll let him go. I appreciate your time, man. You're amazing.
No problem. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, D.LOS, and where else? On Twitter, I'm DJ Los 313. And that's pretty much it on the social media tip. I haven't created my website yet. That's in the working right now. I got to get my website going so that mostly all of my works and everything can be concentrated where everybody can find everything.
Yep. Okay. Cool. When you get that website up and going, let me know so I can
yes, definitely
share it and stuff. So then they can find you on all major platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For your tracks and stuff.
Yep.
Even your old stuff. even your old stuff from the beginning?
You can't find the
YouTube videos?
older stuff other than on YouTube, like
Okay.
the album. Oh well, I think my album is on iTunes. The Untouchable album, the first album that ever came out, that's on iTunes.
Okay.
It should be on Spotify and Tidal as well. I haven't checked. But because my manager, when he passed away, some stuff hadn't been finalized yet. So, but I know it's on iTunes, and then a lot of the newer material that I've created is definitely on all the major platforms, like the ARES album, Eye Contact. That's on all the major platforms. The instrumental album I put out last year,
I have those.
called Identity Theft, is on there, and a lot of the newer stuff that I like, songs I have scratching with Apollo Brown and Royce the 5'9", Fat Cat, and a lot of stuff. I kind of sent you some of that stuff, Tammy.
Yeah.
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 So a lot of that stuff, you can find all of that on all of the major platforms.
Yeah. All right. Dope. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for your time.
No
Wanna say
problem.
bye?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you so much. It's nice hanging out.
Yeah. And get back at me if you guys are gonna start that up, because I want to know. I want to,
I'll
help
get around
y'all.
with the fellas. I'll let you know. Shout out to Almighty Dreadnoughts one more last time. I want my brothers to know I'm shouting them out. Super MC, get well. You know what I'm saying? Man, get well to a lot. It's other people that's sick out there. I don't get to mention their names, but they're in the hip hop community as well, and I want them to get well as well. So,
Yeah, I hope you all feel well out there. Like, get well, get better, but rest.
A lot of prayers. A lot of
We're here
prayers.
for you. Yeah, prayers. We'll start a silent prayer chain for you guys.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everything, and I'll get back at you. Stay blessed, okay?
All right, you too.
Well.
All right,
Stay
so
safe.
everybody, peace.
Yeah, thanks, Les.
Okay, peace. Peace, Jen.
Bye, baby.
Aw. Okay. This is Tilly and Jen D.
What up, though?
No Holdz Barz. We just did an interview with DJ Los. Thank you for watching. You guys have a good night. We appreciate your time, DJ Los. You're amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. So stay blessed, guys.
Yes, that went very well.
All
All right. Good night.
right.